Hi, how are you tonight? I'm Mary Amy, and this is Living in the Light. And I'm all about shifting away darkness, guiding you to your true potential, and cracking open that beautiful glowing light in your heart. Welcome. How are you this evening on this Tuesday in the Matrix work week? It's January 24th. Hello, hello, hello. Here we are. I know I'm running a little, seems to be that I'm running on at 7:30 now, and that's just how it goes because when I get home from my job in the Matrix, I've got to chill a little bit and get my thoughts together. Did you have any dreams last night? I've shared with you that it's really important for us to take note of our dreams. And why is that? Why is that? Because our dreams are sharing information with us. They're signs, symbols, messages, and they're just for you. They're for no one else because you're receiving impressions and information that is tailored to you. And out in the astral realm, there are those who are possibly sending you information, and we must pay attention. Now, also, you could be connecting to your inner self, your inner, subconscious, and your subconscious is passing information to you. You also might be receiving information from those who have passed. You might be visited by a family member who's passed and they have last words or goodbye for you, so pay attention. Now, I've been receiving these dreams in the last few days, I would say since last week, and they all seem to be telling me a message. And it wasn't until today when I got home from my job in the Matrix that I realized that there was some kind of recurring theme that I've had for my dreams in the last few days. And the recurring theme has been, what am I supposed to be doing right here while I'm living on this new earth Gaia? And what is the message? What is my, I guess you could say, my purpose, my mission? And I've really believed that I have been kind of discovering that as I've gone along and after I became awakened around 2013. I don't know if you've become awakened. I'm guessing that because you're here with me this evening that you have. Now, anyone who's joining us, I hope you like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'm Mary Amy. I'm coming from New York. Share with me where you're coming from. And we have Elsa down here on the couch, and she's just joining us. She is also here with me as a host, supporting you. And you are a worthy being of light. You're highly advanced. You're sacred. Let me remind you, if you are feeling as though those out there in the physical reality are coming into your space mentally, physically, emotionally, or spiritually, imagine a line 12 inches from your body that is invisible and that no one is allowed to come in without permission. And why is that? Because we kind of have been told to kind of let people push up against us, whether or not we like it or not. And we are told how we're supposed to feel, how we're supposed to deal with things, what kind of mood we're supposed to be in. Everything seems to be tailored. We are not given a right to have our own thoughts and ideas. There's the masses out there, or those leaders in charge that have kind of told us what we should and should not think, and who we should be. And I always say, it doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter what you have. It doesn't matter what job you have. It's, you are a worthy being of light as is. So remember that. Have love for yourself. Tune inward. Now, tonight we're going to cover topics like world desperation. What exactly is? Hey, Bob Harding, thanks for joining us. I'm so glad you're here. I know you're coming from Iowa, and I remember that now. Iowa, thanks for joining us. So tonight we're covering information about world desperation, a place to call home, vibrate higher, and I've been getting into that lately because I'm kind of moving out of a place of trying to notify people and nudge them. I sense that I need to put my energy elsewhere and show those who are here with us in this little community we have, living in the light, more about ways for them to kind of access exactly who they are. And so that's my focus now. It's more about that, helping and healing, helping and healing. So vibrate higher and clairvoyance. And we have spoken about our psychic phenomenon. We're going to do a few exercises related to that and our chakras. And of course, I'm going to mention angels. Now, I don't know if I even have a picture of angels, but I'm still going to mention an angel. Besides our dreams, we all know how important it is to have a good intention, which is a commitment to do our best, and also our thoughts. What are our thoughts? Every moment of the day, they are very powerful. They can take you down a road of a certain outcome. If it's negative, things are going to go badly. If you have bad thoughts, things are definitely situations, experiences, maybe opportunities, something that you're dealing with related to in a relationship will go badly. We want to think positive, 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 positive. We want to be in a place of hope. That's what I'm promoting today. Hope, hope, hope. So let's get on to world desperation. The world has come to a place of desperation. Now, it didn't just happen yesterday. The world has been in a place of desperation. It's a state of despair. And I'm speaking of the physical reality. And when I say the physical reality over and over again, I'm referring to what we see out in the world with our eyes. Not necessarily what were the vibrations and the frequencies, because we don't see that. All of us have been trained to only what we see with our eyes is all that there is. We know that's not the case. However, that's what most of the world believes. We've been trained. We are like trained circus performers. We have been trained over and over because we've been brainwashed. We've heard the same thing, repetition over and over again about what's going on and how horrible it is. And this is the way the world is. And oh my gosh, don't take it personally. Oh, we have to just compete and we have to gain wealth, and money's the most important thing, more so than what's going on here within us, our DNA. And they've been toying with our DNA, haven't they? They've been making suggestions. Let's put chips in our brains. Let's become transhumanism. Let's inject ourselves with certain medicines or ways to become less organic and more man-made, more artificial. And that seems to be where those that have been running the countries across the globe spend most of their conferences speaking about the outcome of our lives. And we are not even there to give our opinion, our input. They're just sitting around talking at these conventions and these forums and meetings and speaking about how things are going to go for us, flying in their private jets, wearing impressive suits because they're so important. But the everyday Joe like you and I are supposed to listen to them. Well, where's our input? So the world has become a place of desperation. We've grown up here and we've known, we came out and we were born and everything looked so beautiful because we were seeing through the baby's eyes, the purity, the innocence. And we saw, oh, look at that. And we saw all the colors of the rainbow. We saw the blue skies, we saw the beaches, we saw the water, we saw the trees. And we thought it was time to play. And then before we know it, we had some bad experiences, or we were not allowed to be free. We weren't allowed to be free. We weren't allowed to be free with our thoughts. We weren't allowed to be free with our actions or our own beliefs. We had to succumb to some systems. In fact, everything took control over us. What we ate, when we ate it, how we ate it, what we did with our time, years and years of schooling and education, and who wrote those history books. Are those from, are those true? Are those from, who are they coming from? Where did they come from? Who made up all of that history? And so we became robotic. Our thoughts weren't ours. And how many thoughts do you have in your possession within you that are actually came from you? Or were they programmed into you, the information? So it's a state of despair on the globe, is world desperation. And it's happening if you look out your window, if you look out your door, if you go out into any circumstance, environment, a place outside of your home where you reside, you might encounter those that are going through some really exhausting moments. And I don't blame them, do you? Because we all have encountered that. We've all experienced times where we feel lost, loneliness, hopelessness. And why is the world feeling that way? Well, they feel no matter what they do, it's not good enough. No matter how much time they work, no matter how they're in a rush. They can't seem to formulate thoughts beyond whatever's given to them because they've never known how to. They've never allowed themselves free thinking. They're told this is how much this is going to cost, regardless of how much money you make, regardless of whether or not you like it or not. This is how it's going to go for you. And so you're kind of always, I go to the gym and I run on a treadmill from time to time. I go upstate and I run on a treadmill. And when I run on a treadmill, I feel like I'm chasing something. Do you sense that you've been chasing something your whole entire life? What have you been chasing? And why are you chasing anything? Why are we not just sitting still and enjoying moments together, having freedom, having fun? So the earthly state of our human existence with all its inhabitants live in a dense fortress of fear, guilt, depression, powerless victim. We got through the other day speaking about our vibration and how our frequency, the number our frequency is at, if you're at love and joy, you're up here at 1,000. That's a high vibration. You are in a place of personal serenity. You're in a place of ease and peace. And if you're down here, you're at 20. And that's fear. That's hopelessness. That's victimhood. And when you are in a place of fear, it affects your nervous system. It rushes your heartbeat. You feel stressed. Do you ever look in the mirror after you've had a stressful day at the office or in the matrix? What do you look like? You look all worn out. You need what? A good hour to kind of pull it back together and feel better. From our birth, we've settled into a constant environment of sinister beings always controlling us into a fear mentality. We're always worried about something. We're always thinking that there is a villain coming to get us, or if we don't do well, something bad's going to happen. Is that the way we're supposed to be living? That is our belief system. We don't know anything else. We must kind of close the door on that. We must slam the door on that, not even close the door, and open the door to another reality, to another belief system. Open that door. I'm asking you to open that door. Our vibration remains lower. Hopelessness is 250. Now we want to get to 1,000, which is love and joy. You might not get there overnight. We have to take baby steps, little baby steps to get there. Because overnight, it's very difficult to change how you formulate your thoughts. If you're coming from a place and you've been criticized or you've made it a habit, you're a chronic negative type of thinker, and you think everything's going to go bad, and maybe that's what you were trained for, we're going to wipe the slate clean. We're going to start over, and we're going to start thinking in a different way, a more positive way, something that's going to take you beyond this moment. You're going to have hope, and I'm going to give you some steps to pull the hope up out from within you. We want for yourself to infuse with love and joy, which is 1,000, vibrating at 1,000 frequency. That's where we're headed. That's where we're going. It's exciting. We're doing this together. You're going to get there. I promise you will. Stay with me. Emotions emit a vibrational frequency. Perhaps we recognize in the moment to reach the light within you, hope. We are going to reach within us the light. And we spoke about that yesterday. And we've been getting to this. Yes, we are searching for our memories to familiarize ourselves with positive experiences. So I would like in this moment for you to let out a breath. And I'd like you to close your eyes and search your memory. Search your memory for some positive moments. I know this isn't easily achieved. It's easier to remember the bad stuff that happened. Let's go to the good stuff. I'd like you to just simply, for a second, for a moment, search your mind for some positive experiences you've had, some good times. Now, first, let us know this way of life always secured a villain sinister waiting to plunge us deeply into criticism, pain, defeat. We gave up hope. So, right in this moment, we are going to find hope within us and we are going to get there together. When I get a very good mood, I take a minute and in the moment come from a mantra when I want that feeling. Good. Yes, a mantra. I am. I am. I am. I am love. I am hope. I am powerful. I am brave. Yes, come have a mantra. That's great, Bob. Thanks for sharing that. We've all given up hope until now. We're going to find our hope back within us. So now leave behind all those lies. You are love. You are love. Say, I am love. Anyone who's joining us, I hope you like the video and subscribe to the channel. So a place called home, that's where we're going, to the new earth. No longer believe in what you were told for decades. So here we go. Let's try this together. Let's try this together. I would like you to close your eyes. Let out a breath. And take some fresh air into your system. Let it out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Just relax all of your body parts. And let go and just give yourself permission to let go of any tension within you. And now in this moment, I would like you to travel down deep within your being. Travel deep down within your being. And I'd like you to search for and go to a place that's as deep as you can possibly reach. Now, I don't know what this means for you. Visually, it's going to mean something different for you personally. And I'm just sharing my experiences here. But whatever happens for you is correct, is right. There's no validation. You must validate yourself. Let's trust that we have this within us and we can find our way. So we are going down deep within us. Now, whether or not that's your physical vessel that you're going deep down into, maybe it's your spirit, maybe it's your heart, whatever it is for you is exactly what it should be. And so we're going to travel deep down within us and we are going to find the deepest point within our being, whatever that is. Maybe it's your toes, maybe it's the bottom of your heart, maybe it's the bottom of your spirit, maybe it's another realm. I don't know, but we're going to go down deep within us. And when we feel and sense as though we've reached our bottom, the bottom of us, I would like you to imagine a spark of light, a white light spark in the bottom of you. Now, maybe it's the bottom of your spine, your root chakra, whatever you want it to be, it is for you. So this spark, I can see it sparking. Can you see a spark? Can you see a spark down there within you? And I would like you to give it power. Tell that spark within you that you have hope and there's something good for you and you are worthy. And tell that spark deep down within you that you are love and you are joy and you are happiness. And I'd like you to imagine that this spark, this beautiful spark that's within you, accept this spark. Say, I am accepting this spark. I am accepting this spark within me. And ask the spark to grow and expand. And as this spark expands, it's filling you up with more of yourself, more of love, more of light, more of hope. And this spark is filling your entire, the bottom of you, and it's reaching up, and you can see it filling, filling, filling. Now, I don't know how much filling it has to do. That's entirely up to you. And we're going to fill our entire vessel with this spark of light that we are gradually expanding. So it's coming up, it's surfacing, it's rising, rising, rising. It's filling more and more and more, and it's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and expanding. And you are feeling more and more powerful as it expands within you. And you are feeling as though that you're turning a corner. And the more that it's filling you within you, whatever that is for you, is it your spirit? Is it your heart? Is it your physical being? Is it a place outside of you? Whatever it may be, it's filling you so much. It's giving you power. And you are finding your way. You are knowing who you are exactly. Everything is coming to you. All of the information is surfacing. And you are knowing yourself more and more and loving yourself more and more and more and more. And it's getting bigger, 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 until it's all the way up to your neckline within you. It is now filling you. And it's through your ligaments, through your legs, through your entire being, inside your heart, inside your organs. And now it's conquering your entire face and the top of your head. And this light, this spark has driven upward and risen all the way through you. And I'd like you to hold this thought. I'd like you to visualize this for as long as you can. Now, I'm receiving a buzzing, a ringing in my ear from this. So this is doing something for me. I don't know if you're feeling anything physically from this. If you're feeling better, more hopeful, more full of energy, everything is possible here. And now that you've filled your entire being, I'd like you to ask it to remain within you. And let's see how long we can keep this all within us, this love, this peace, this hope, this positive energy within us, this spark of light. It's very powerful. And you're going to wake up tomorrow morning knowing that you have become more of yourself. And we're going to have gratitude for this. And we've let out the pain, the regret, the shame, the loss, and we've began again. This is the new beginning for you. It's a place called home. Your home resides within you. It's not a physical reality. It's within you. It's your heart, it's your spirit, it's your mind, it's your vessel. This new earth that we are going to is void of all that villain, that pain, the hopelessness, and we may become everything you can imagine. Now, to our core, we're going to stay within this, and we're going to keep this because this is purity within us now. We've now allowed purity within us. We've now allowed ourselves to be something else than it was before we did this exercise. Now, with that is going to come more awareness. With that is going to come more acceptance of yourself. You've expanded yourself beyond a physical level. So feel its safety. Do you still feel this light within you? Do you still feel this spark within you that you've brought up, that you filled yourself with? Now, I know it might be difficult beyond this moment to entirely keep this spark within you. However, we can go back to it and remind ourselves of it. Because if we've kind of been here for more than a second, a moment, we might be able to regain it again without going through the whole entire exercise, just from our memory. That is possible. Anything is possible here. So this is your home now. Remember, it's within you. Your home is here. You're always safe. You're within your home. Remind yourself that from this light within, you draw strength, knowledge, wisdom, healing, and truth. Do not give up on anything with you. This is your destiny. You're finding it right here in this moment. Okay? I want good things for you, and I know it's coming. I know it's all coming, and that's where we're going together. We haven't been able to see it yet in the physical reality, but love has won, goodness has won, kindness has won, compassion has won. It's just not evident yet in the physical reality, but it's already happened. And I'm telling you this because I've seen it. I've seen where we're going. I always see things ahead of time. I have visions, and I know this. And if you reach within you, you will see it too. Our thoughts can create the physical reality. It just takes a little bit of focus and concentration and a little bit of time in this dense reality we've been living in. But the reality is changing for us. All right, so let's get on to vibration, right? Vibrating higher. Now, before I get onto that, I'm going to mention angels. I don't seem to have a picture of an angel, but angels are beings of light. They come from the heavens to earth. They're here to protect humanity. They're benevolent. They're messengers. They're warriors. They are guides. You can ask for angels to come into your presence. You can ask for them if you need help. Maybe you'll have a vision of an angel, a dream about an angel, and that's divine intervention. I'm not special. Everyone has all these abilities. We just have to focus on them and practice them. I just got there a little bit earlier than some. However, if you're here with us, you are one of the first timeline arrivals. You're one of the wave of volunteers. Maybe you're a starseed. Maybe you're awakened, a light worker, someone who sees beyond, what everyone else out there is seeing, someone who's discovered to think out of the box, not take things at face value. You've received information. Your intuition has been helping guide you. Whatever it may be, you are a highly advanced being of light. So we're going to vibrate higher. And here we go. More information about raising your vibration. It's a state of being. The energetic quality of a person, place, or thing, the law of attraction. Like attracts like. Whatever you're vibrating at is what you're going to attract. So what that means, when you go into a place, a destination, maybe it comes in the form of an opportunity with your work, your career, or a meeting place. It might be at the gym. It might be at a party, walking through the supermarket, the grocery store, a local store, and you will find out what and who is attracted to you. And that will tell a lot about what vibration you're carrying, what frequency you're at. Because those that are attracted to you might approach you. And if no one approaches you, then we wonder, maybe you're invisible, maybe you're vibrating so high that you seem invisible to others. Now, if someone approaches you and they just don't seem like high vibrational, maybe they're full of drama, and this is just someone out of the blue that approaches you. Are they testing you? Is this a test to see if you'll fall back into old patterns? Are they attracted to you because you have so much light within you? Or are you attracting like attracts like? Are they a being as you are? Are they advancing themselves? Are they learning about some of these clairsenses? Or are they an individual who is a little bit negative or maybe a lot negative, and they're coming from a fear-based reality, maybe some hate within them? You get what I'm trying to say to you. Now, I've encountered in my workplace and my job in the matrix a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Some of those who are super highly positive and hopeful, and I'm very lucky for those. And then I've also encountered those who are kind of complaining. And they're complaining. It's almost like they're whining through their life, but maybe not doing it like this, like, they might be doing it in a harsh voice and just kind of ranting at you. And I offer them as much patience as I can because I'm also trying to give everyone love. However, if out in the public, out when you're in a store, if someone like that mentality or that energy comes up to you, you have to question whether or not you need to raise your vibration or practice raising your vibration, because like attracts like. If you are looking for something good to happen to you, you must have positive thoughts, words, and actions. You must have alignment. Your thoughts, your words, and your actions must be in alignment. You must be clear. You must be clear from negative thoughts, clear from, I would say, naughty acts. And you must have basically joined yourself with every piece of you, the good and the bad. We all have that within us. We all have sides of us that we don't want to share because we were told they weren't pretty. The more you accept yourself, the higher you will go with your vibration. You will achieve so much more if you just accept yourself. Allow every part of you to surface. Even if it's stuff you're shameful of, that's okay. We've all experienced that. No one's perfect. No one's done everything right. We've all made mistakes. We've all done things we regret. However, the longer we push that away or shove it down deep inside of us, the harder it's going to be to raise your vibration. You can manifest change according to how you direct your thoughts and emotions. Everything in the universe is made up of molecules vibrating at different speeds. Different states of being creates a scale of consciousness. There was a Dr. Hawkins who said to help raise your vibration frequency, there are some significant suggestions, and here they are. 1, gratitude. Thankfulness for this moment. So in this moment right now, let's have gratitude. I am so grateful for this moment. Are you? Are you sensing that this moment? Let's have gratitude. Why are we having gratitude? Should we have gratitude? Heck yes, we should have gratitude. Why? We should be grateful we're breathing, we're here, we're alive. We have so much positive situations ahead of us. Good stuff can happen to us. We just have to get it. Our thoughts will change. It will alter outcomes. So be thankful for this moment and transform your outlook. What is your outlook? Is your outlook like, hey, everything's going to be great. I'm going to brush myself off and pick myself up and I'm going to keep going. Is that your outlook? Or is your outlook like, well, I had a really bad day. Tomorrow's going to be another bad day. And I don't like anything and everything's awful. Maybe not to that extreme, but along those lines. Let's just think about what's possible. Let's have hope. 2, love. So 1, gratitude. 2, love. Love. Bring into your mind someone that you love. Hold that thought in your heart. So let's do that together right now. Let's imagine someone we love and let's bring them into our heart. Isn't that easy? Someone we love, whoever that is. Maybe it's a family member. Maybe it's someone you're in a relationship. Maybe it's a friend. Whoever it is, bring love into your heart. It's not so difficult, is it? That's how we're going to get through so much. Love. So we're going to feel an expanded feeling, lightlessness, and happiness when we go to love, aren't we? Number 3, generosity. Being greedy lowers your vibration. Love, attention, money. Become generous. So it's 1, gratitude. 2, love. 3, be generous. Be generous. 4, meditate. Try meditating or breath work, which means be conscious of your breath when you're meditating. What is that exactly? sounds kind of boring meditating. It's not. All it really is meditation is focusing on your breath, because when you focus on your breath, you lower your heart rate and you calm your physical being down. You lower your blood pressure. You relax your physical vessel. And you can raise your vibration. It's just calming yourself down, calming yourself through meditation and breath work. Number 5, forgiveness. This is a big one. You can raise your vibration by either asking for forgiveness, giving forgiveness. So release yourself from lower energy. If you've harmed someone, ask for forgiveness. And if someone's saying, I'm sorry, accept it. Accept, I'm sorry. People make mistakes. No one's perfect. So forgiveness is a big one. Number 6, and the last one is spend time in nature, in the great outdoors, away from technology. Technology is a distraction. Technology can injure us because of its frequency. It can hurt our nervous system. It can upset us. It can, take down our immune system. So be aware. Okay. We're going to get into steps to clairvoyance. Here we go. It's our last topic of the evening, and then we're just going to do a few exercises. And I'm so grateful for everyone here who's joining us. Before we move on to that, I just want to remind everyone, because we are going to do one of the exercises related to our chakras. And I've been sharing with you chakras. Now, here's a picture of the 7 chakras that we have within us. And I've been speaking to how important our root chakra is, because that basically stabilizes us to the earth. And it's very positive. It's the base of our spine. And then here we are is our sacral chakra, which is down by our sex organs. And that is when all of these are spinning and all of these are clear, we are healthy. We don't have issues. But all of us, it's very difficult to have all of this, spinning properly all the time. Some of us are blocking. Now, all of these can be blocked, or some of them can be blocked, and we are harmed. And then we have our solar plex chakra. We have our heart chakra, we have our throat chakra, we have our third eye chakra, and we have our crown chakra. And then we will get on to the other 5, which is outside of our body. We have our earth chakra down 12 inches below our feet, which is the earth chakra. And then we have the other 4 above our crown chakra. And we've spoken about that, 12 inches, 12 inches, 12 inches, 12 inches. And we will get into that in a little bit. But let's get through some steps of clairvoyance. Anyone out there? We've been practicing psychic phenomenon for quite a while now, but let's really focus on our clairvoyance, because I've mentioned our third eye, which is between our eyebrows, and that is our mind's eye. And when you're clairvoyant, you are perceiving information. You have an intuitive insight. You are an observer, whether you realize it or not. Now, really what we've been doing here is we've been doing quite a bit of observing. If you've been practicing your psychic phenomenon up until now, you're probably aware that you're observing more than you had before this. Before you started practicing psychic phenomenon, you might not have been receiving any information. You might not have been aware. All the information was there. You just weren't observing it. You just weren't tuned into it. So we are now accepting so much of what's going on here. We're going to go through steps of clairvoyance. First, I'm going to kind of describe clairvoyance, and then we're going to get into steps of clairvoyance, and then we'll do a few psychic activities, psychic phenomenon together. Because we are going to a world, the world that we are headed into, this new Earth Gaia, is a place of extrasensory perception, telepathy, clairvoyance, ESP. And so together we are basically on this journey. We're on a journey. Maybe this is kind of like, you could say it's a pathway, it's a portal for you. You're going through a portal, a doorway, and we've been going through doorways. We're going through a doorway of information. We're going through a doorway into another reality, another realm. And maybe together we're discovering so much more about us than we ever thought possible. It's pretty exciting, and I'm glad you're here with us. And anyone who's joining us, I hope you like the video and subscribe to the channel. This will bring you self-confidence. This will bring you assurance. Now, will there be validation? Not initially. There will be no validation unless you really trust yourself, which good for you if you do. However, I know it's baby steps. It's little baby steps because it's new information. Now, perceiving things or events in the future beyond normal sensory contact is ESP. It's a sixth sense. Now, we know we have these senses. We've been raised in the matrix to know all about, well, I can hear, well, I can see, well, I'm smelling, where I'm tasting, well, I'm touching, oh, and I'm feeling. And that's all we were told. We weren't shared with that there's this other thing called clairsenses. It was always there. You just weren't tuning into it. You weren't really exposed to it unless you were from a family of psychics, or you just basically had a natural tendency that you were really focused on it initially, or maybe nurtured or stumbled upon it by accident. Whatever it may be, here we are together. Extrasensory perception, the ability to gain information about an object, person, or location, or physical event. Now, it might be the future, the past, present, or the future through extrasensory perception, a power to see objects or events that cannot be perceived by normal capacities. It's about tuning in. It's the ability to see from a distance. And you are receiving information from another source. Maybe you're receiving it through your hearing. That's the clairsenses, your smell, your taste, your feeling, your touch, your claircognizance. And right now we're speaking of our clairvoyance through our third eye. Through our third eye. It's clairseeing. So it connects you with your intuition via images, visions, or symbols. So your impressions that you receive through your third eye. Now, maybe you keep your eyes closed to receive impressions, or maybe you keep them open. Now, I was trained basically to have my eyes open and see another reality. Like right now, if I was to say what I'm seeing and I'm tuning in, and I'm seeing another reality, I could say I just saw an angel come in here very close to my face and back away. Before that, I saw some animals. I saw a cow. I know that's what's going on in my physical reality beyond this view of what we can see. I don't know what's going on with you. Everyone's going to be different. Now, whatever you receive is completely typically applied to you. It's not me. It's a personal experience that you're having. As a clairvoyant, you will find that you are going to receive information a certain way. There's going to be a pattern of how you receive it. Now, if you fight it off, that's going to be a loss for you because you're not going to receive the information. That's your natural way of receiving information. So we're going to practice clairvoyance right now. We're going to learn how to do that together. So impressions received from another source, your higher self, guides, spirits, angels, masters, entities, the cosmic universe, whatever it may be, you're receiving information from another source. I can't be sure where it's coming from. Some of the time, maybe if you're a channeler or a medium, they're telling you you're hearing about it. In fact, I'm doing an interview with someone who is actually a channeler, and I'm going to be interviewed on February 4th with her. Her name is Heidi, and she is a channeler for Athena, a consciousness, a group of consciousness. And so I'm learning about this myself. So flashes you will receive. And I've spoken about flashes in the past. I've said an impression might be a visual. You might see something, a mental picture, and flashes will come through. Initially, when you start doing this, when you start practicing, you're going to find that the flashes are basically seconds long. And they're seconds long, which means that unless you're really focused and paying attention and concentrating, that's all you're going to get. Now you can go back to it sometimes, and that's what I do, because sometimes it kind of takes me off my game, or I'm surprised even after all the time I've received impressions during working with clairvoyance. It's been surprising to me. But you can tune back into it, is what I'm trying to say, and see if you can concentrate and get that moment back and get that information and kind of drag it out. Stay in there as long as you can so you can gather as much information as possible. Now, I've learned this when I'm doing a reading. When I do a reading, I hold someone's hand. I ask them for permission to connect to them. They speak to me. They say yes and their name. And from that, information flows to me. That's personal for me. That's how my clairvoyance works. So you will receive flashes in your mind's eye. And we're going to open up your clairvoyance. Maybe you'll see some information on the corner of your eyes, out of the side, over here, your peripheral vision. Seeing and hearing from another source, clairvoyance, telepathy, conscious, direct sending of information from one to another. So it's information that's traveling from your mind or from someone else's mind into your mind. Thought transference, impression transference. We're getting into this just so I can define it a little bit more for you. And we haven't really spoken at length about clairvoyance. So this is why we're doing this evening. And so clairvoyance encompasses precognition, knowing events that are going to happen, or events or situations that have taken place in someone's past. So you might receive information while you're tuning into someone or doing one of these activities, these exercises, that is information from someone past, present, or future, which is kind of interesting. Now, this is also known as PSI gamma. That's what this is known as. So clairvoyance is also known as PSI gamma. Clairvoyance encompasses precognition, knowing events that are going to happen, or events and situations that have taken place in someone's past. So it's knowledge of past, present, or future. So let's get into the steps of clairvoyance and how to really kind of get your clairvoyance up and running. Because during these kind of exercises that we've been doing together, I haven't really focused on this. I've been focused on just saying, let's go to one of our clairsenses. Now we're going to really, really expand on our knowing about clairvoyance. Now, anyone who's joining us, I hope you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Here we go. Now, here's the steps to clairvoyance. And there's 4 steps to clairvoyance. Okay, the first step to clairvoyance is acceptance. Really, the first step to all of these clairsense exercises is acceptance. So we are going to a place of acceptance. It's like anything. If you come before a situation, a circumstance, an opportunity, a person, maybe it's a job opportunity, maybe someone's offering you something, it's about accepting it, bringing it into your self, into what your realm, your life. It's about accepting. So we want to begin by trusting ourselves. This is acceptance. We're trusting ourselves. We're accepting whatever impressions we receive, and we're allowing information to enter our senses. So we're saying it's okay. Now, I know at first it feels a little odd. It's a little strange. Something you might not be used to. However, you will get accustomed to it, and it will just seem natural after a while, because you're really just opening up yourself. That's all this really is. It's opening up all of yourself for the universe to kind of bring information to you. That's all it really is. It's not any kind of mysterious idea. It's just opening up to the universe, bringing you information. And that's what's happening. It's a cosmic connection that you have. So you will receive. You will allow the information to enter your senses, your mind, your hearing, your heart, your touch, visually. You are accepting. That's 1, acceptance. 2, it's about relaxation. It's about relaxing yourself, finding a quiet space, closing your eyes, letting go of any tension like we've been doing all along within our physical being. I always say you're ragdoll, be a ragdoll, let out breaths. So let's do this together. We're going to do this now together because we are going to discover, if you have not already, your clairvoyance. So we want to uncross our legs. We've already gone through one, which is acceptance. Acceptance. We're accepting. So we are going to let go of a breath. We're going to be like a rag doll. I'm a rag doll, aren't I? I'm letting go of any tension within my body. You know, maybe you move your neck around your head, whatever it is, because we've been carrying tension around. You feel as though you've been stiff if you've been sitting in a chair or standing up or looking down or looking at your computer, whatever it is that you've been doing throughout your day. It's probably holding yourself still for in a very uncomfortable position that you haven't been really maybe moving that much. So we're just relaxing, ragdoll, and we're going to let out some breaths. We're going to I always say 3 breaths because those were very heavy breaths. We can do it in a very quiet, conscious way and pull them in and do a 10 count or a 12 count and let them out and do the same, a 10 or a 12 count. And 3 is a good number. 3 is a good number. It forces you to kind of to make it happen. And then we're going to feel peace within our physical body. Do we feel some peace? Are we feeling some relaxation? We're allowing maybe a seamlessness from your fingertips out into the rest of your reality, your physical reality. So you're kind of blending in with your physical reality. Are you just feeling the space? Are you connecting with all the energies around you and just allowing everything to kind of settle in? And we're going to push away any thoughts before this moment. We're totally pushing it away. So 1 was acceptance, 2 is relaxation, and 3 is focus. So with 3, we're going to drop down into our senses, into our clair senses, and we're dropping down. And of course, again, we're going to say we're pushing away any thoughts that we had because our thoughts are what we're utilizing here. We are primarily tuning into our clair senses and our senses, which is our hearing, our third eye, our sense of smell, our taste, our heart, our touch. And in this moment, we're really focused in on our clairvoyance, which is this focus. We're going to focus right now. We're going to tune in. We're going to put all of our energy and our focus on our third eye, which is a space that remains right here between our eyebrows and a little bit above. It's right here in this space. So I'd like you to keep your eyes closed and you're relaxed. And I'd like you to really focus in on this space between your 2 eyebrows. Now, maybe you need to keep your eyes open when you're doing that. You feel more comfortable. This is the doorway. This is the portal to receive information right here. This is your clairvoyant ability. Okay, so now we're focusing in on this place right here between our 2 eyebrows, a little bit above that, right here. So imagine all of your focus is right there. And you're basically saying to yourself, open that doorway, open that portal, allow me to receive information. And maybe you imagine a doorway opening. Whatever it is to you, I'd like you to focus completely on this place right here. So as we're focusing right now on that, and let's see and let's acknowledge if we receive any information. Now push away any thoughts if they come down. Make sure that you've dropped down into your senses so you're really tuning into your clairvoyance right now. And I'm going to give you a suggestion and we're going to hope to bring forth information. And when I say this suggestion, I'd like you to repeat it over and over within you to allow impressions to be received. So here we go. So we're focused on our clairvoyance, our third eye, our mind's eye. And what information are we going to receive? And I'm making focused and I'm making a suggestion. And this portal is open. And you're going to say this over and over. I'd like you to, I'm making the suggestion to go to the moment, to the place you were before you were born on this new earth, which would be the past. So the moment before you were born. And I'd like you to say that over and over again in your mind, or say that to yourself, the moment before I was born. And you're focused on your third eye right now, the moment before I was born. And let's see where that is. And let's see if you receive information and impressions in your from your third eye. And I'm going to be quiet now, and let's see what you receive. Okay, I don't know if that was enough time. I never can really judge how long I have my eyes closed. And it's interesting because I've tended to be a person in my lifetime that seems to leave I was a daydreamer. I'd leave my mind a lot, or leave my being a lot, and go somewhere else. And I've shared with you that I've had some trauma. So my soul, my spirit would leave because it didn't feel safe. And I realized that before I was born, as when I was within my mother's womb, I was actually doing the same thing. So this is a common activity for me. I was actually leaving, and I was not going to another place, but I was in my chakras above my head. I was in some of these, the spirit chakra, or the universal chakra, or the divine gateway chakras. I was not always inside my physical body all the time. I was never there. I don't think I was ever comfortable. I was always operating on a different level somehow. Now, I don't know what experience you had, but I just was seeing myself from actually a perspective overview of me as an infant, a baby in my mother's womb. And that's what I received. That's the information I received. Now, did you receive any information? And I give these suggestions. Why? Why do I give these suggestions? Because I sense that it's a good idea to stretch ourselves. And the more we stretch ourselves, the more on our own we will find information. We will have premonitions and visions. And it's basically exploring. It's an exploration. And also it's taking us beyond our normal boundaries. Anytime we take ourselves beyond our normal boundaries, it's very possible that we can expand our consciousness. It's very possible that we can expand our life here in this physical reality, to have more opportunities come through. More of those will find us who have the same kind of energy or vibration. And that's why I do that. Okay, let's try now to do something else. Let's try to tune into, you know what? We're not going to do the chakra. I sense that that's not a good. Let's do something else. We're going to go back to, we haven't done this in a very long time. We're going to do a ball of light. I haven't done this for months. So we're going to do a ball of light. Now, what a ball of light is, because we just did clairvoyance, so we're going to actually tap back into our third eye. And I'm going to do this with my eyes open. So what we do is we rub our hands together, and we take them apart. Anyone who's joining us, I hope you like the video and subscribe to the channel. So we are going to rub our hands together, and we're going to take them apart, and hopefully we have some kind of friction or some kind of vibration on the palms of our hands. Now, if you've never done this before, you might want to start out doing it this way, because you're not used to, I guess, expanding your energy. But what we're doing here with this is we're creating a ball of light. We're focusing and we're having concentration, and we're creating energy, and we're bringing it into our physical reality. That is what we are doing right now. We're bringing energy into our physical reality. And why are we doing this? Because this is how we are creating light around us. We are making a ball of light, and we're bringing light into our physical reality. And I sense that that's something I need to do. And I don't know if you need to do it, but I know that I need to do it because at this moment in time, I have been going to sleep at night and receiving somewhat psychic attacks. And I know some of it is information I'm supposed to receive. However, it's a little bit exhausting in the morning. I don't even feel as though I've been sleeping because I've been fighting a war in the astral realm while I'm sleeping. So I'm going to bring more light around me. And if I bring more light, maybe it's going to help with my sleeping. So let's put light around us. So let's bring the ball of light. Again, what do? You rub your hands together. You separate your hands. Hopefully you have some kind of vibration or feeling on the palms of your hands. And we are bringing focus and concentration. So we are creating light here. Now, when we move the light, we keep the light. Do you sense that you have a ball of light? All right, we've just gone through the steps of clairvoyance and how to get there. We started with 1, acceptance, trusting yourself. 2, relaxation. So we're relaxing, we're letting out a breath. And why am I going through this? Because we're going to do an exercise with the ball of light. Okay, so we are relaxation. 3, focus. We are dropping down into our senses. We are surrendering, and we are concentrating on all of our senses. Now we're focusing on the area between our 2 eyebrows, our third eye, our mind's eye. And we are going to practice right now some clairvoyance. Now I said, put all your focus on the space between your 2 eyebrows. A little bit above that, right there. Imagine the size of a quarter right there between your 2 eyebrows. That's how much energy and focus I would like you to put there right now. It's a portal. It's a doorway to information. It's a source for you. Information will come through, knowing events, precognition, flashes of information. Okay, so now that we're focusing on our third eye, we have our ball of light. I would like you to tell me, or not tell me, but for yourself, I'm putting this suggestion out there that you have this ball of light and you're from your third eye. I'd like you to tell me what you see through that doorway. What is beyond the doorway of your third eye? If you open up the portal, what do you see? Now I'm looking right now and I'm going to tell you what I see, and then I'm going to be quiet and you focus on what you see. So I see a tunnel. I see a yellow tunnel. It's a yellow tunnel, and I'm looking forward, and I'm actually very cautious about walking into this tunnel. This is what I'm seeing through my third eye right now. And now I see the colors turned to red. So I was a little bit cautious for a minute because red is stop. Red is don't go. Red is basically an alert. So I'm going to pause for a minute, and I'm going to probably take my head through, and I'm looking out. What do I see? I see a place of green grass, and it's beautiful, and I'm going to step into this green grass, and that is where I'm going. That is what I see from my third eye. What do you see? If you're focusing all your energy and all your concentration on your third eye, you're holding your ball of light, because your ball of light is actually energy, and it's helping you to perceive something else. Let's see, what are we observing right now? What are we observing? Now, if that's not working for you, I'd like you to imagine you're holding your ball of light, and maybe you can be outside your ball of light and you're holding your ball of light, and it's going to transport you somewhere. And maybe make that suggestion. If you're holding your ball of light and you're focusing on your third eye, where are you being transported? I've been transported to a place of coldness. I see snow. I see animals in the Arctic, and that's where I went just now. Let's see what else I see. I see sea lions. and penguins. And I'm guessing I'm in Antarctica or something like that. I've been speaking about Antarctica, so maybe that's why I'm going there. I don't know. It's a suggestion. Whatever you see is just, it's just exactly what you're supposed to be seeing. Now, whatever impressions you have are meant for you. Just like if someone calls you up or someone contacts you, it's meant for you. It's the same with your impressions. Okay, so your ball of light you can bring around your being. We can bring light around ourselves, and that might help us in our energy field. We all have an energy field that surrounds our body. Now I'm going to put my hands back together and close my hands. We hit the 1 hour mark. And some of what I say might be beginner for you, and some of it might be advanced for you. Whatever it is, we take things to another level here because that's the only way we're going to expand. We can go back and forth. And some of it you might say, oh, I've done that already, but it's good to remind ourselves. So tonight we cover topics like world desperation, a place to call home, vibrate higher, clairvoyance, and of course, psychic phenomenon and angels. I'm going to also remind you light on the horizon, which is where I go to a window in my dreams. I walk up to the window and I look through the window and there's a sunrise and there's water. Hi, Hamano. Thanks for joining us. I hope you liked the video and subscribe to the channel. And I see golden light. I see the sun coming up over the horizon. And when that happens, it touches my heart. If you would like a mystical experience, I suggest a sunrise. I suggest going out into nature quietly, turn off all your electronics, let out a breath, and just really tune into what's going on in nature. We are all connected. We are all one. We're beginning to have collective consciousness. More and more of us are awakening, and we've realized that there's another possible reality. There's another place that we can go to, that we don't have to live in this simulation. We don't have to live in all of these systems. Now, the systems are leaving. There's a new earth coming. It's already here. It's just that not everyone has realized it yet. But you can go there from time to time. In fact, you can spend as much time as you want. It's a very dense reality, the third dimension in the matrix. Like I've mentioned, it is a place of fear, despair. It's a world of desperation. We don't have to be there anymore. We can raise our vibration to love and joy. How do we do this? We mentioned this earlier. One is gratitude. Have gratitude for this moment. Are you grateful for this moment? Begin right here. You don't have to wait until more time passes. Let's find our way right here. It's imperative. 2, love. Think of someone that you love. Be in that moment. Have them in your heart. Someone that you love. That's 2. 3, generosity. Greed. Being greedy with love, attention, and money lowers your vibration. Let's become generous. 4, meditation and breath work. Let's remind ourselves to breathe. Sometimes we hold our breath when we're going through a difficult situation. Now, I am out in the matrix as well. I know it's difficult. It's hard. It's tough. It's tiresome. It's a grind. We lose our hope. We feel hopelessness. We feel lost. We feel alone. It's never going to get better. It is going to get better. It's going to get better right now. The more we think, and our thoughts are powerful, the more we have positive thoughts. A mantra like Bob said, I am powerful. I am brave. I am love. We're bringing that forward into our life. And as I've said in the past, what is your destiny? What are your 5 humongous goals? Let's begin to check those off. Do you want to climb the highest mountain? Do you want to become a novelist? Have you been putting aside everything that you're passionate about? It's time to make room for that. It's time to become the best version of you. And we are raising our vibration. Earlier tonight, we did this little activity, a place called home, and we brought up this spark within us and we filled our entire being with this light. That is within you. That is powerful. Let go of the thoughts that we must have a villain. There doesn't have to be a villain. That's a belief system. Competitiveness, consumerism, and capitalism is a belief system. We do not have to live in that place any longer. 5 is forgiveness, forgiving everyone. Ask for forgiveness if you've harmed someone. Accept forgiveness if someone says they're sorry. That is a great way to raise your vibration. And last one is spend time in nature. So everyone, I really appreciate you joining us tonight. I'm spinning light and you're in the center of it and you're making a wish. You're in the center of it. You're making a wish and I'm spinning 1, 2, 3 clockwise. And there's light around you. I'm spinning it the other way, counterclockwise. 1 second, Elsa. Someone's at my door, so I have to go. I'm spinning light, and you're in the center of it. Everyone have a wonderful night. I'm sending you love. You're a worthy being. Remind yourself of your 3 characteristics, and I'll be back again tomorrow. Be well. Bye. Hope you liked the video and subscribe to the channel. Bye. Thanks, Bob.